Morning everybody and welcome to FortressCraft Evolved Season 3 64-bit mode survival live. Okay, so no one has still put up the answer for the competition which I put up for a couple of episodes ago, so I still haven't been able to give anybody a shout out yet. So if you do know the answer, unless you're a dev, put it in the comments, have a look, see what you think, see if you can work it out. Lots and lots of changes, but this is a major change. Okay, so what were we doing? We were having a look at all our power. We've started to join all our power. So solar power we haven't got a lot. We've got 15k of pyro. Turbine is doing 1.92k. Solar power is doing 650. Now we're doing 120 ore per minute, and we're doing 7 bars per minute. Total power 22. Power per second is 217, and total time is 106. Okay, so I think we're doing pretty good. Do want to try and get more on that. What we're going to be aiming today for is to get this finished here. Okay, and this is going to be the part where can we fit the lab in, and I think, to be honest, we can. So what happens is we need, when I can find it, I do apologise about my cold, it's just absolutely awful, but there's just not much I can really do about it. Yeah, we can just fit the lab in, and when we can find the lab blocks, of course, which are here. I want to go, what is it, F3, put them on F3. So we're going to build our lab. Nice pink blocks, by the way. Don't forget to say hi if you come in the room. There's no need to be shy, and just see what you think, So this is our lab. Now, of course, this is where we are going to say, right, what about power? How are we going to power it? And I ain't got the flipping foggiest clue of how to do it, because we've got to have power up from below for these. Okay, and let's see, we want a power line there. And I think these are basic PCBs in here. I don't know if I've got any. I should have. Yeah, full. Right, basic PCBs there. Right, okay, so what about power? This is now our part here where we can have a look at its own solar power. Okay, which we can basically use, or we can use coal, or we can use the jet turbine. Kind of not too sure what to have on it, so we're not gonna worry about it too much at the moment, because we're not gonna do any research. I might just have a battery bank underneath each level, to be honest. So if we just dig this part out here, that would be battery there. Come on, we'll put it in blue. That will be battery there, battery there, battery there, and then you'd have battery, battery, battery. That looks like the easiest solution, to be honest. Like that. And then on this one we would put battery and battery. Okay, I think that's going to be the easiest solution, just like that. Okay, but if we wanted to see that, we could say, right, we don't want it quite there because that's a little bit annoying, so we could put battery there. And then we can put a laser there. I kind of quite like that idea, but then it gives me more room to do a power supply. Same as this, I think we best bring this back a little bit and just have, again, I think we're only going to need one. So if we have the battery there, blue stuff, and then we can have a laser go in there. So let's go and get those kind of sorted out, and you can see, well, this is where the power is, but in actual fact, because that's where the power is, we're gonna put the battery here because that's connected to the turbo. So that will actually be quite good there. And then if we could have, I'm not sure if we've got all coal in here. Yeah, these are working quite well. We could put in, let's see, we got them. Right, so we should have them. So BTGs there, like that, and three logistics, like so. And then what we need is to put in a table there. I don't know if I've got a turntable, but we need to take that one out. I've got 3 of them. I've got 3 of them. Goes off there. That goes off there. Goes off there. Right, so we've got 3. And where are we? Okay, let's just do. Let's look for number 3. There we go. That turntable. So, and then of course we've got those as well. So they're going to be firing up. They're going to be working and getting sorted out. Because you could technically, I don't know if it will work. Have one there, and then we can have a line there and a line there. Not sure how that would work. No, don't like that. Don't like that at all. Do 1 for 1. Okay, so yeah, I much prefer that better. And so that's the copper layer done. Okay, that's the copper layer, and we're going to need some lights around here. Okay, and we'll put one nowhere else. Right, so we're going to have to decide the floor height today. So yeah, let's just do this for the time being. So if we put one on top of there, and then say put one on there, that's the floor height. So it's just clearing it, yeah. So that means that should be not there. I didn't ask you to do there. Should be there. Okay, so we'll get that done. Okay. Right, so let's get these support blocks out of the way here. And here. So close that one room. Right, so there we go. That's all of that done. All we've got to do now is put the windows in, and that will be that done. Whoop, didn't want that one. Okay. Go. So that's what you're going to have on each layer, because we are going to be making a bit more of them and stuff like that. Now we could have one lab, but I don't think we're going to require just one lab. We're going to have to put in the color code for the blocks, for where the power is. Okay, so we're just going to go with one block, but with well, this actually uses a lot, so we'll go with the 3 blocks there. This is so we know where the power is coming going to do that one there like that, and then all of this has to obviously come off. So before we start taking too much of this off, we're going to go and put in the tin floor. So I want to get the tin going today, fully going today, because that will probably cut down on our bits and pieces that we're doing. Let's still go in there. And obviously when we do a new tin line, we will be doing matter movers on that as well. Okay, so this is the tin line currently at the moment, and like I said, all of this has got to be removed. All of this. I wish there was a way you could not do super dig, but super build, but super dismantle. That would be good if we had a super dismantle. Not sure what we had that for. We have that on there. We just widened it, didn't we? Yeah. So the first thing that we're going to be doing on this floor is it needs to be widened. Does it need to be widened? I think we will do, because well, no, we'll leave it as it is, because we don't need this space here. This could go in for a lift, I guess, if we wanted a lift, or we could put a set of stairs up. This stairs could be on here actually. Come on, stop glitching out today. So we're going to be taking these off. I haven't got any worries about this. At the moment we're going to just put that and that there. Okay, Q and Q. So we can see that this is the power supply. Okay, and so this is where our first two lines go. So we put that there, that there, so we know where we are, and then obviously, is it one each side? Yeah, and then we got one there, and we got one there. So this is where we need to start building the floor. All of this has to come up by one. So fun. course we've got to take the ceiling out. Right. So I think the first thing that we're going to start to run out of building blocks. So we're going to get this floor in a little bit. Whoops. Okay, so this is where the tin comes, but we are going to want the tin to again stay in the same format, but it's got to come here. Okay, so this is I can't even remember the flipping plan. So how awake I am this morning. Yeah, so it's 3. So we got 3. So we need to put in a third line. That's what was confusing me. Right, so and we've got a third line. This is the third line here. What we got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There. So that's the third line. Yeah. And we can't jump up because of all of this. In the way. Right, so we're now going to want this. It's got to meet middle there. So this one needs to be the turntable. Remember where I put it. Okay, so that needs to be the turntable. Goes off of there like so. Go straight. Oops. Goes there. Now obviously of course we can, like I said, make, because we've got so much tin coming in, we could actually have over here, we could have its own source or what is it, mass storage device. You can have its own mass storage device. So we may can consider that. We know where lights are going to go, so we're going to put the lights in the corners, so we can so we can get ready, just to get it up and running. Yeah, we'll have one there. That's going to be a corner. So let's try and get the rest of this floor done. Now the nice thing about this as well, because we've marked the floor out, is here like there, we can get the next lab, because I've had the pieces in stock for when I was making the first part. We can get this one built quite quickly. I think I've got all the parts for a second one. And yes, I have. And there we go. We've got our second one there. So what's the first thing that we're gonna be needing is an extrusion plant. Now this is where we still need copper. We're always going to need copper. Regardless of what we do, this is going to be what we're going to be needing. Right. So, again, copper. So we need copper plates. We make those tin plates. Not sure if we can make them actually, then we have to produce them. There's the tin plate. No, so we're going to have to go and get them. So we want copper plates, because we can't manually make copper plates. So I'm going to take those out there. That's something else that we're going to have to consider there. We're going to have to put a split in to make the copper plates. So that's even more copper, so we really do need lots of bits and pieces. So extrusion plant. Okay, so this is the first one. We need one of those. We need a coiler plate. You need a PC assembling plant. I've just had enough, look. And what's the last one that we need? Is it the stamp plate? Yeah, we need the stamp plate. Okay, so now we're going to get this first line here done. So let's go and get them all lined up. So I've still got this. Right, okay, so extrusion, and we need to put in the where are they? Here we go, we'll put those there. Coil, extrusion, coiler, that, this is assembling plant, that, is that a hopper down there? So it's 1, 2. I didn't make any more. Not sure if it needs an output, to be honest. I can't remember. Don't know. Can't remember. We'll wait and see how it goes. Right, so I'm going to turn it in tighter by 1. Research assembler goes there. Let's just put a block down. Right, so yeah, we're gonna do it 1 tighter. Why does this look off? Why does that lab look in the wrong place? What's in the right place? Good morning. Is that... Yeah, it's Ivan, isn't it? Yeah. Good morning, Ivan. I can't see your name because of the colour of the text, mate. So you need to, if you can, you need to choose a different colour, a darker colour for me, please. I'm slightly colour blind. How are you doing today? No, I only got good morning from you. Two DCLs with it. What are the DCLs? Right, okay, bud. Okay. is it I want? Research pod assembler. Basic PCB. Oh, damn. I need copper housing, copper plate.
Crafting.
Right, okay, so we've nearly got the tin level done, and once we've got the tin level done, we can do a little bit more what is it, what's the name, research. So we need some power. So we want more power.
Crafting. 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 Crafting.
Right, okay. One there. Take that out. I can't take that out, can I? I've got to put that back. I might supplement that with solar power panels at a later date, just to get them going, like, you know. So that's the complete setup for the tin. I don't think you can see it very well, to be honest. Let's do that. So this is a headlight. So what we've got is the same setup downstairs, okay, but this is doing tin, so this gives you a better research tab. And what this one does, this is gives you a primary PCB, okay, whereas this one down here, which we're in the wrong section there, gives you, because it's copper, the basic PCB, okay. So yeah, you know, it's kind of nice. It's kind of done very well. But you've got to remember, those lights do use power. So I now I've got to build another one there. So again, we need one. We need two. We need 2 and 2. And that, seriously, think we've got enough copper for all this? You can see how much is involved in just building one layer, yeah?
Crafting.
We haven't even started yet to get the power upstairs and downstairs. So there's a laser there, block there, laser, block, and now it's going to have to have fallen through the floor, hasn't it? Right, so this is my power, so we're going to put the laser here. Go. That's going to start powering that one. Might as well start the power. Okay, so there we go. That's doing the assembly. I'm not too worried too much about that. We could just save ourselves a bit of money on the labs. So I think is a better idea instead of using 100. Is use logistics. Now this is only going to be for the end part here. Okay. Right, where are they gone? Where are they gone? Oh, there's 4 of them. Well, I think they're lost. Basic experimental pod. Okay, they're gone. I ain't gonna bother looking for them. Okay. haven't got enough of them anyway. Right, doing the secondary floor yet. What were we doing? This is the what is it? This is a copper one, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so we want change this to a basic one. Right, so we need a laser. Drain. I'll have to move this one. Is this crafting? Copper plates. Have I got any more copper plates? No, I've got tin plates. Yeah, I've got 5 copper plates. Where are they? See if it just works. So I'm not sure if it's going to kick it out, you see. Yeah, it's already low there. I'll have to have a look at that power supply. Definitely we'll have to have a look at this. This might need 3 or more at the moment. I'm just gonna let it kind of run there. Let's turn this off. Yeah, I kind of don't trust it, to be honest. Right, let's see. Right, 3 simplified experimental pods. So that's worked. You're waiting for resources. So I've got a lot of tin bars now. So we can put tin bars in there like so. So we'll fill that one up. Okay. And we'll put that one in there, that one in there. So that goes there. So we've got the now simplified experimental pod. So now if we do this, we analyse and we go basic mining upgrades, it needs 10 of these simplified experimental pods. So we're going to start that. Okay, that now needs power. Okay, so that is the next thing that we've got to do, and I can't remember. Right, so I want I've got to look at where these are. We're going to get rid of those. We've got to adjust this line. This line has got to come back because these have got to come back. We haven't got to move these. Right, so that's where the power core are. Where the power core is. Come on, where's my PCBs? Don't know. Right, so this is where the not there. That's where the logistics going to go, and this is where PCB is going to go. Two of those. Oops, lazy. So we can get rid of that. Put that there. Okay. Because we can always put another one. Tempted to put 2 on actually. Right, so we're going to go round the edge there. So we're going to get that there, there. That's colour pink. Turntable. There. There and there. And there, so they'll carry on like that. Not sure if that's the best policy there, but that's a 3-sided battery, so I'm leaving it. I'm not messing with it. So that's working fine. I need some more lasers. I need 2 more lasers, I think. What would be nice would be what is it? Deconstruction. So you could put in stuff and it would put it back into its materials. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Right, so first things first, we've got to get this shooting up. Then we're gonna need power again. Right, okay, so that's already going up there, so that's great. It's not what we wanted. Right, so we want 1 laser there, and then we want that one there. So that works on that, yeah. And then it was 1 more laser, wasn't it? Yeah. And that there, that there. Now we don't need the basic mining project upgrade because it's simplified, okay? So we're going to just leave it in the analyzing load. When that fills up, yeah, that will stop working. Okay, so you're just going to have to leave that to power up if you're just got, like me at the moment, just going to be using 1. Now this one up here, This one will be using it again. It's just out of power. It just hasn't got the energy yet. But you can see from it that we can get the energy. But it's took me about an hour to build one of these. This one again is slow on the power, but you know, again, you don't need to have too much power coming to these, because the simple fact is you don't need more than what is required. Now, I'm not sure whether I might change that to a logistics, so I only keep 10 in at any one time. But we'll wait and see. What we need is, we need one that is mid-range. Yeah, so we need a mid-range hopper. So we've got a 10 and we've got a 100, but we haven't got a 50. Okay, so you could do a 50 hopper. It depends. These are working okay. Lots of lag here at the moment. Yeah, it's out of power. But that is how you get the simplified, what ones are they? The simplified experimental pod. You can make exactly the same as the copper, but all you're using instead is the tin. Okay, so that makes it a lot more, and obviously this is your input here. So I want to go and check now. We've got a few bits and pieces. We've got tin. This is still going. Okay, is this still going? I want to go and check on our how we're doing on coal. Coal is fine. I think we can start expanding the coal. Macerator's doing okay. It's out actually. In there. So how many items has it found so far? 2 items added so far. Okay, so it must reset itself. Don't know why. So yeah, so how are we doing on the turbo? 179. These are all maximums. Yeah, these are doing a lot here. This is staying at a steady 2000 RPM, so you don't want lots of it, you see. I'd like to make another one of them. Let's now go and check our iron. I'm happy to say that I've got 11 subscribers to the Twitch channel, so I must be doing something right. So Okay, we go down the tunnel. We go this way. Is it this way? No, totally utterly lost over here. So how are we doing on that? That's 3. Let's see how we're doing on the power here. That's full. These are all full. These are all doing nicely. That's full. So if we use T1 stuff, you can only go as high as a magnetic drill, and that's where you can use the matter movers. You can't go any higher. The drain on it is just too much. Oh, excuse me. And the thing that I want to do is just to make sure that we have the movers working, and I don't mind using, when we get up to like these levels, conveyor belts just to get up, because you know this level and down is fine for what we want. I mean it works. It's kicking out 8, so that's all lovey-dovey, working nice. So that is our tin and simplified bits done. So yeah, you know, it's coming along. The base is coming along. Oh yeah, I wanted to go and check biomass to make sure that we've got enough biomass. So eventually we've got to get down to the biomass level, and that's over here. How much have we got left? Still got 100. Okay, so we got 240. So it has used a reasonable amount. It all depends how much biomass we can get down. But what I probably want to start looking at is the solar cells up here. See if we can just put 2 in here, but I want 1500s in there. Not sure if it will work that way though. So I'm trying to think what to do now, to be honest. Projects, we're doing this one. So that's new tech, so which requires the laboratory, which we've got up and running. I think we're not going to go doing anything else on this episode. We're going to finish off this. We need to really do it. Okay, so we need to get this floor done. Oops, that went a bit wiry there. Okay. So we're going to be taking this up. And this is where we're going to be doing possibly two. So we got our tin plates coming in this way, yeah. So now we've got to say, right, I want those tin plates going into my manufacturing plant. So we're going to look for the manufacturing plant. Okay, so we're going to put that down there, yeah. Right. Now that won't go to manufacturing plant obviously like that, because we've got no hopper there, so we need to put the hopper here now. Okay, so we put the hopper there, turn that around, and we'll just get rid of that. One of those in, and that's going to put us, what is it, tin bars in there. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using that for. I don't know, I am losing frame rate, it is lagging, but overall it seems okay, DJ. Oh, I built the second level. We're now doing, this is the tin level, and we're doing the what is it, the basic mining upgrades 2. We've worked out the simplified experimental pods. We're just refixing this. You're gonna like this. I've done a massive change on the power system. You're the programmer, mate. I don't even know what. To me, I saw it on the board, someone saying it moves, and to be honest, it doesn't bother me. It's not a bug that would stop me playing the game. Like the other day, we couldn't get the lab to work. Yeah? You'll work it out. You'll work it out. So I've got faith in you. So we need this to make us tin plates. Okay, I've got 240 of them, but they go through very, very quickly. Now we need to automate that, and you can see that that's going to make us 100 tin plates. Now this is remove only, okay, so you've got to remember that it's remove only. And this one here on this side and I'll show you why we're going to be putting it on this side. And oh god, it's going to get quite a lot complicated today, because this is where we're going to be automating stuff, and this is going to be add only, so we want stuff to only go in there. Right, so now we are going to need obviously our power source. So we got our we've got our power cube, that's our power, and we've got our, I believe it's our logistics. No, we're not using logistics hopper here, we're using a normal hopper, yeah, and we are currently using 2 PTGs. Okay, so that will power us, that will give us power to the base. Well, it would give us power to the base when we put coal in it. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so if you now look at the manufacturing plant, yeah, this manufacturing plant makes us tin plates. Now, having 1 or 2 tin plates is okay, but I want to now make 3. Okay, we want to make a couple more, because we want mass storage blocks. Okay, and we don't want to keep clicking the button, but we don't want to change the tin plate manufacturing. Okay, because you're always going to be needing mass storage. So what do we need for the manufacturing? So we need lightweight housing, which is again 6 tin bars. What was it? Right, iron gears. Lightweight machine housing. I think we need servo motors. We'll have a look. Yeah. So this manufacturing plant, and because we've set it in the right place, yeah, because we haven't got a lot of our laser there. This uses an awful amount of power. Okay, but what we're going to be doing now is this one here is going to be coming out here. Okay, so we've got our tin plates, and then we're going to have another hopper, which is again going to be remove only. Right, then we're going to put down our second manufacturing plant, okay, which is like so, and then again we're going to need power So that's going to be the power block there. Okay, and you're going to need a hopper here. So I don't know if it's going to run from there to there with a laser. It may do, it may not, I'm not too sure. But we've got the equipment here, I believe, to have it running. That's going to have a PTG and a PTG, and we're going to put coal in there. Did you get the quarry sorted out, DJ? And then that's going to go there. They're working, but I don't care about the ugliness. Right, okay. I've still yet to build. Oh, what's the name? I'm not worried about graphics, mate. I really am not worried about graphics. You need to do the all-pin graphics. Try and get the all-pin graphics done. Well, that's why we've got the turbines. Yeah, I've got to show you my new power plant because it's working fantastic. Yeah, and I've got more matter movers and stuff like that. Right, so I don't care if it's just a block that spits it out. I want the graph. I want the what's the name. I'm gonna go out today, so try and get it done today. Right, so this one goes here, and this one is add only. Okay, and what we're going to be doing on here is, because we've now got our tin plates making, yeah, we are going to turn this one into our mass storage block. Okay, and we're going to want to automate that. Okay, now that takes two, and you see now we've got the power for that. Okay, and that's going to make us 99. And so you can now see that we have automation coming from our tin. We've got automation to our lab. Okay, so we can put in some more of these. So this makes us the tin plates. This makes us the what is it? The mass storage blocks. And we can always, because I always do 3 and not 2, you can always put in a turntable for the tin plates if you need it for anything else. Okay, so I always suggest that. Okay, if you need it bigger, do 5, you know. But yeah, so we've now got mass storage making automatically, so when I need some more blocks I can come along. Now the problem that we've got here, yeah, is the rate of coal bit. So we're going to put a blue block down here, and we're using the coloured block because I need to see where, okay, where it goes. And again, this one here is for coal, because we're going to run this on the old coal, because it's not a high power Okay, so we don't really need that there. Not sure. Now we noticed that for making tin plates it uses a lot of power. Okay, a lot of power. But for making mass storage units, it doesn't use as much power. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's a bug. I have no idea how you even do that, DJ. You're gonna have to tell me how to do it. I'll send you a copy. I've not got a problem with sending you a copy, but you're going to tell me how to do it. Okay, the episode finishes in about 10 minutes, so we'll do it we'll do it then. Yeah. Is this still running? Is this project still running? Yeah. But I've adjusted a lot of it. Right, okay, I'll do that in about 10 minutes. But, yeah. So, that's RPM 3000. Right, okay. Right, so how are we doing on this? Are we full on these? Yeah, we're full on those. That's being full. Don't think it's doing too badly. It's full block there. It's just going up. This is going up. Okay. Labs. Right, now I believe I've got to remove. Yeah, I've got to remove this floor. Because not that one. This is in the way because we had to raise it by one roof. Okay, so yeah. All well and good, but we've just got to take out the blocks. So put the block back there because that's not required. Gotta be careful again where you take when you're doing it. You don't end up slipping and doing what I've just done there and take some bits out. Let's just get these done. Right, and again you can see now that we've got the iron back, we have got to keep an eye on it so we don't lose or block up excuse me, so we don't block up the back in a second. So I've got a few minutes to do this because I don't want to go and do anything else. I know everything else is working fine. I need to go out and get some fresh air. I'm going to cheat here. I'm not going to take this bit of floor off here. Right, okay, so now this, you can see, is where our coal power was meant to be coming in, but obviously we can't put it there because of this this here. We just basically can't put it there, so we're going to have to find another solution to get coal up to the next level. And oh god, how do we do that? I mean, we're still taking this off. So it's coming, like I said a little bit earlier, going to the end of the episode here. We're just going to finish off doing this because we do need this floor clear. Because we built this at the wrong height, which was absolutely typical. Not sure if we're going to leave the stairs there, to be honest, because we got this bit over here which we could use. Well, we'll see how I feel when I do the next level. Oh yes, DJ, I don't know if you know, but when your inventory gets full, whatever you pick up is automatically destroyed. Would it be difficult just to say inventory full, no more items? think that's it for this episode. We've done everything we wanted. We've got the next experiment going. It is getting power now. I believe the bottom one has finished, and you can see all of these are primers, PCBs we've got up there, and tin plates we're just waiting for. This is full, so you can see if you leave it at a nice steady pace, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Okay, but as you can see, we've got the power supply in there. I think it's just gone really well. I think this was a good episode, especially for me, building it, sorting it all out. And of course we've moved the copper, and we've got that, and we've got everything going up in there. What's the build on this? Okay, yeah, that's now full, so that can now just go and just sit there. We've got no more analysing to do on there, but we are going to carry on building these. We've got 4 in those, and we've got nothing in there, so eventually we'll have 104. I'm still not going to be too sure if I'm going to use basic, do a logistic. I'm actually going to use logistic pods here instead of the normal ones, because I do not want